It's so common for intergenerational trauma to go untreated. Many of us do not even realize that what we are going through is a direct result of past unhealed trauma that's been passed down through the generations. Emotional scars and experiences of our ancestors can trickle through the generations, impacting the psychological and emotional landscapes of their descendants. Epigenetics suggests that our experiences can influence our genes, and these modifications can then be inherited by our offspring. Unresolved traumas, pain, and suffering of our ancestors can influence the mental and emotional well-being of living individuals today. So if you would like to take part in this energy healing and clearing that I am doing today, then please make sure that you are not driving or operating any machinery, and that you can take this time now for yourself. So make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take some nice deep breaths. So what we are going to do is go through all the possible ways that our ancestors, that the generations of the past may have impacted our present life right now. Our ancestors are joining us for this healing, those that want to support us and guide us and indicate the places that we need to be looking at as an individual and also as a collective. We also have our angels and our guides joining us today for this healing session. So as we go through each possibility of what our ancestors have experienced, we are also going to clear right to the very root of creation, closing down that energetic feeding tube of memory, of consciousness, of behavior, so that we acknowledge what our ancestors and the generations that came before us have experienced, but there's no longer an energetic charge, that there's no longer an energetic influence, and that we are free to make decisions and choices from a place that helps us the most and is most beneficial for us and has a positive impact on all of us moving forward. So if there has been any historical mistreatment or abuse, we are going to clear that out now, going right into our DNA, going back as far as possible, clearing it out at a cellular level. If there's any memory of war, civil unrest or civil conflict, Again, we're going to allow this beautiful healing energy to go back, back, back as far as possible, clearing out, dissolving right to the very root of creation, clearing away that energetic charge from our cells and from our DNA. Going into natural disasters, again clearing out, going back as far as possible, dissolving that energetic charge. Past generations and our ancestors have experienced cultural dislocation, conflict, or persecution. Again, clearing out, going right to the very root of creation, dissolving that energetic charge. Going into religious conflicts, going into racism, sexism, oppression, suppression, genocide, slavery. Again, clearing out right to the very root of creation, dissolving that energetic charge. Any experiences of poverty, extreme poverty, economic hardship, or difficult life circumstances. Again, clearing out right to the very root of creation, dissolving that energetic charge. And remembering as we do this as well, acknowledging what those that walked the earth plane before us have been through, but no longer letting it impact our present day experience. Going into any experiences of homophobia, xenophobia, violence of any kind, gang crimes, brutal living or working conditions. Clearing out any barriers to thriving, either emotionally, mentally, or financially. Clearing out any blockages from adequate resources and or healthcare. Clearing that right out now. Going back as far as possible. Dissolving the energetic charge. Clearing out right to the very root of creation. Now we're going into the experiences of domestic abuse, domestic violence, sexual abuse, satanic ritual abuse. Again, going back as far as possible, right to the very root of creation, dissolving all energetic charge. And also what's coming forward right now is sacrifice as well, so sacrifice of all kinds. Again, going back as far as possible, cancelling, clearing, deleting, dissolving that energetic charge, clearing right to the very root of creation. clearing out at a cellular level, clearing out our DNA. Again, acknowledging what our ancestors went through, dissolving that energetic charge so that it no longer impacts our present day experience. When traumatic experiences are passed down from generation to generation, it affects how we think, feel, and behave. So what we're doing is we're clearing that all out so it no longer has an influence on us. We're now going to go into the signs and symptoms of generational and ancestral trauma. And again, clearing it out of ourselves, clearing it out of our bloodline, acknowledging what our ancestors went through, but realizing it doesn't have to impact us in a negative way moving forward. So if there's any feelings of loss, isolation, or hypervigilance, also fears of death, I'm going to clear that out now, clearing it out of your system, clearing it out at a cellular level, clearing it out of your DNA, clearing it out of your now moment experience. If there's any thought loops connected to hopelessness, or where you feel like there's no hope for the future, or if this has been a pattern taken on from your ancestors, generational thought loops, clearing all of that out now. Clearing out mistrust. So mistrust of outsiders, any anxiety, any depression, hopelessness, or emotional challenges, clearing that right out now at a cellular level, clearing it out of our DNA, going in deep, 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 as far as we can, dissolving, dissolving, dissolving. Any experiences of panic attacks, PTSD, low self-esteem, self-harm, clearing that right out now. Again, going right in at a cellular level, into our DNA structure and makeup, clearing it out. Going as far as we can, going as deep as we can, going into all levels, clearing it out. Dissolving, dissolving, dissolving. Any relationship issues, issues with addictions, domestic violence, sexual abuse, clearing that right out now. Going into our cells, going into our DNA, cancelling, clearing and deleting, making that a part of our now experience. Going into impacts and anything that has impacted our learning abilities or learning experiences, and also emotional regulation. So going in with a slightly higher frequency now, altering, modifying, changing, healing, upgrading our system. We're also going to clear out all barriers to success. Anything that is being held on an unconscious level, clearing that out now. Again, going right into our cells, going right into our DNA, going right into the bloodline. We're also going to go into chronic pain. If there's any pain in our physical body that has been unexplained, that is connected to ancestral or generational trauma, again, clearing that right out now, clearing it out of our bones, clearing it out at a cellular level, clearing it out of our DNA. Now I'm going to go into anything connected to substance abuse or eating disorders, also sleep disturbances and insomnia. Clearing that out now, clearing it out of our system, clearing it out of our genetic makeup. Also got coming up again, fear of death. So it feels like we didn't quite get rid of it all the first time around. So we're just going to go in again and clean up, making sure we go right into that fear, clearing it out at a cellular level. Understanding the reasons why that is there, not letting it impact, block or stop us moving forward. Also going to go into any irritability, any anger issues, and also just work on trust issues, again going in there a little bit deeper. So our ancestors are blessing us with success right now. They want us to succeed. They don't want us to keep perpetually, continually doing the same things, going through the same experiences that they did. They want us to evolve. They want us to grow. They want us to expand. They want us to be healthy. They want us to be happy. So they are here assisting us, knowing that when we achieve, when we grow, when we expand, when we hit levels of success that they weren't able to achieve, they also are able to celebrate in that. When we raise up ourselves, they are able to raise up too. So just to finish up this healing now, I just wanted to go into the brain structure and our brain function, and also clear out perhaps any delayed developmental issues that are there as well in our bloodline, maybe within ourselves, and what could potentially be there for future generations. We're just going to clear that out now as well. Dissolving, healing, clearing, going into our DNA, going into our generational makeup and structure. So what I'm being shown right now is actually new geometric patterns are being formed, new fractal sort of information. I'm going to allow these new fractals, these new imprints to come in. these new codes, new pockets of information just come into our DNA, making new sequences, and into our cells, bringing in that new information. As the last of the clearing is taking place, I'm just going to slide in these new templates. We're also going to give permission for them to come in as well. I'm going to give our consent. It's okay for this new information to come in, so that we can reach our true and highest potential. And give that strong platform for future generations to be able to do the same. We're just going to give a minute or two for all of that to take place, for the activations to take place, the templates to slide into place. And just breathing through it now, taking some nice deep breaths, allowing this integration to take place. So just keep breathing through the process. Keep breathing through these positive changes within your system. And as we wrap up this healing session today, we're just going to once again just acknowledge everything that our ancestors and past generations have been through. We're going to acknowledge how that has shaped our experience. And we're also going to acknowledge that it doesn't need to negatively impact us moving forward. I'm going to bless our ancestors. I'm going to bless the generations that came before us. And we're also going to bless our own experience moving forward. When you're ready, coming back into awareness, back into your physical body, open up your eyes. Please stay hydrated, coming out of this healing experience. And take it easy. There's been a lot of intensity in frequency changes and vibrational changes, and also your whole DNA structure is changing at this time as well. So just go easy on yourself over the next few days. And if you feel called to come back to this and do it again, then please feel free to do so. Do it as many times as you feel called. Each time you do it will further upgrade your system. So I'm going to leave that today. Thank you for joining me. Sending you so much love. Peace.